What up? What up? What up? What's up, man? It's your boy Big Tight coming back through here one more again, y'all. Shoot, I hope y'all enjoyed y'all day, man. We finna jump right into it, y'all, though. But we're finna talk about these new coaches, new faces, and new places, y'all. We got a couple of new coaching hires, man. I feel like a couple of them are some great hires. I think Ben Johnson was a great hire for Chicago. I think he went to the perfect team. Um, I think that's a very good situation with him for Chicago, y'all. I love the hire with Pete Carroll going to the Raiders, man. Pete Carroll is known for building up teams and turning teams around. He have a history of that, even when it goes back to college football with him at USC. He has a history of building teams up and having a winning franchise for a long time, man. Matter of fact, when he was with Seattle, I think he only had maybe about 3 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. I think he only had about 3 seasons that they didn't go to the playoffs, y'all. So I think that was a great hire with Pete Carroll for the Raiders, man. I think he was the if you're looking for somebody to really turn the team around and get a team going, build that team up. I think they got a couple of key pieces to the team. I think they got a great tight end for the future. Um, I think I think the rumors with Mesh Crosby being traded, I think that's pretty much a done deal. I don't see them trading Mesh Crosby now that they got Pete Carroll. I believe he's going to stay with the Raiders. They still have the receiver Jacoby Myers. They got Brock Bowers at tight end. So they got a couple of pieces to work with, man. They most definitely got to get a quarterback. But hey, I'm gonna throw this at you. I'm gonna throw this out there at y'all, which y'all might have maybe heard a little something about it, or you might have heard the rumors about it. But man, what y'all think about if if him and Russell Wilson get back together? Because I think they had a good thing going with Seattle, man. And as y'all see, um, Russell Wilson, I guess he thought, without Pete Carroll, he probably could do better as far as in the passing game, y'all. But if y'all look at Russell Wilson, ever since him and Pete Carroll done split up, Russell Wilson ain't been the same player, y'all. So at that time, maybe Russell Wilson might have felt that he might have been better to kind of, let Pete Carroll cut him loose and let him throw the ball more. But as y'all see, Russell Wilson was a better quarterback under Pete Carroll, man, when they were more reliant on the run game. And Russell Wilson, of course, he's a good passer, but when he had that good run game with Seattle and they had a pretty good defense, those were the best years that Russell Wilson had. So y'all look for that. Maybe in the offseason, maybe he might try to look into maybe getting Russell Wilson as maybe like a bridge quarterback until they find their young up and coming rookie quarterback that they draft in the draft. And that'll also give them an opportunity where they don't have to, that first round pick that they have, they don't have to rush and try to get a quarterback right off. They can still get a solid. I feel like there's some solid quarterbacks in this draft. I don't feel like no quarterback in this draft is like a generational talent like CJ Stroud last year, Jaden Daniels this year. I feel like Cam Ward is a good quarterback. He has some very good attributes with him. I think he did a very good job with Miami, man. There was a lot of times the defense let him down. He had to have a lot of comeback victories. I think he did very good with moving around in the pocket and still looking downfield to complete throws. I think he throws a good deep ball accuracy also with Cam Ward. So they'll probably be able to maybe, try to, because they most definitely need to shore up their offensive line. They need to get a couple key pieces on defense also, y'all. So look for that. Look for that to be something that Pete Carroll might look into, y'all. Getting Russell Wilson as maybe a bridge quarterback until he gets that young quarterback that he needs to try to lead that team, man. But that most definitely was a big hire by the Raiders, man. And Tom Brady probably had a little bit, he probably had his finger in the jelly bowl with that decision with that, y'all. So most definitely was a good hire, man. Another good hire I want to talk about, and I'm gonna break down, with these coaches, I'm gonna go through them one by one. Another good hire, man. I think Aaron Glenn was a good hire for the Jets. What up, Clip by my balls? Boy, that's a hell of a name, man. I appreciate you coming through. Clip by my balls. I hear you, man. Hey, appreciate you coming through, man. But yeah, I think Aaron Glenn was a good hire for the Jets, man. I think it's good when you hire somebody that played for the team, has a history with the team. Same thing with Mike Vrabel with the Patriots. They have a history with the team. They know the system, they know the winning culture that they used to have. So I think Aaron Glenn will be a good coach. I think he did a very good job with Detroit, man, especially with all the injuries they had on defense. And I mean, myself, I was saying the same thing, y'all. Eventually, all those injuries on defenses were going to catch up with them. But man, every time I said that, they kept getting W's. The defense kept making plays, and you didn't really see their defense really get exploited until they went against the Commanders in the playoffs with Jaden Daniels. But before that, the defense was pretty solid, man, even with all the injuries and with their defense, man. So you got to get big ups to Aaron Glenn to be able to do that with a lot of injuries on the defense, man. So I think that was a good hire also, y'all. Now, I also think a good hire was with the Jacksonville Jaguars getting their coach. I think that was a good hire, man. He did the offensive coordinator for Tampa, man. He did a very good job with Baker Mayfield with Tampa. He's another guy that come from that coaching tree with Sean McVay. Sean McVay is another young guy, great young coaching mind, come up with great offensive plays and stuff, play calling. Like I said, he did a great job with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield went from in 2023, where he threw 28 touchdowns, to in 2024 when he almost doubled it, and Baker Mayfield threw 41 touchdowns. Like that was like his best year. So he most definitely upgraded Baker Mayfield passing game and his touchdowns within last year, the season that he was the offensive coordinator for Tampa, man. So I think that'll be good, especially with him going to Jacksonville and try to they got a young quarterback with Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence kind of had a down year this year. But I think with him kind of being a quarterback guy, coming from that Sean McVay coaching tree, I think he'll be a good guy to try to get Trevor Lawrence going down the right track, because Trevor Lawrence, he has talent. The years before he been pretty consistent quarterback. He's been pretty good. Last year he had a down year, but I don't think it's nothing that can't be fixed with Trevor Lawrence. And I think Liam Cohen, I think he'll be a good coach to try to fix that, y'all. But my thing with all these coaches is I feel like they got to give them enough time to whatever the flaws is with the team. They got to give them enough time to fix the team, y'all. You can't have a coach come in there and then next thing you know, you fire the guy within a year to 2 years. You got to get a guy enough time to get his system intact, to get his players intact. You got to get a guy enough time, man. Like how they did Gerard Mayo with the Patriots, man. I think that was messed up how they did him. Even though I think Mike Vrabel will be a good coach for them, I just hate Gerard Mayo was fired after 1 year, man. He was in a situation he didn't have a lot of talent on the team. He was playing with a rookie quarterback that didn't really have a go-to receiver. When you're in a situation like that, man, you're not really going to get that many wins, man. And like I always say, when you come to a team and you're a new head coach, what these owners got to understand, man, is you're inheriting somebody else's team. So you're probably playing with a lot of players that probably don't fit your system for your team, like I said before. So now you got to try to get players to the team that fit your system. And now you got to try to get players that don't fit your system to try to some kind of way get them to fix your system, especially if they're in long-term contracts. So that's why I say, man, a lot of these owners that's cutting these coaches loose after 1-2 years, I think that's kind of messed up, man, because you ain't really giving them a chance to get the players in there, especially if they're in a situation like the Raiders. The Raiders situation, they had quarterback problems. So how did you expect the Raiders coach to be successful? He can't get he ain't no quarterback. He ain't no consistent quarterback. This is a quarterback-driven league. You got to have a quarterback to win games. You got to have a quarterback. That's why I say like the situation with Jacksonville, situation with Chicago, um, situation like the Jet, Aaron Glenn going to the Jets. See, those situations right there, those situations are not going to be that hard to fix with the Jets. Even though Aaron Rodgers is an older quarterback and he had a down year this year, at least you know, with Aaron Rodgers, you can win some games. You know, if you straighten up that offensive line for the Jets, you know you can win some games with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Yeah, he done got a little older. Yeah, his arm strength might not be what it was, but he's still a veteran of the game. He still can make plays. He still can make throws. And Aaron Glenn is not if he goes with Aaron Rodgers for another year and maybe decide to draft a quarterback, and he sit behind Aaron Rodgers for maybe a year or two till he retire. I feel like Aaron Glenn's in a good situation because if he straightened up that offensive line, I think they just got a lot of talent on that team. You got two very good running backs, Brees Hall. I forgot the other guy, the other running back they got. They got some good receivers. I mean, you got Garrett Wilson. You got the big receiver Mike Williams. I mean, they got talent all around that team, man. They just need to straighten up that offensive line. They need to straighten up that offensive line and get the right coach and to lead them the right way, man. I think Aaron Glenn will be that coach that can do that. But see, I feel like Aaron Glenn is in a good situation. He's not going to have to do a whole lot to turn the Jets around. Ben Johnson is another one. I think he went to a great situation with Chicago. Chicago is a team that has a lot of talent on that team. Their main flaw on that team is the offensive line. Caleb Williams was the most sacked quarterback in the NFL this year. And I know some of that came from him, sometime holding the ball too long. But a lot of games I seen with Chicago, when I did see him play, a lot of time he had pressure in his play, like early and fast, man. So, with Ben Johnson going to the team, man, you already got running back. You got Swift at running back. You got receivers. You got your young receiver Romeo Odunze. You got DJ Moore. I mean, you got a hell of a defense. So you got Cole McKay at tight end. So at Chicago, he got some weapons to work with. What's the only thing he really got to focus on, y'all? The offensive line. It will not be hard for Ben Johnson to fix that offensive line. Through free agency and in the draft, they can fix that offensive line quick, y'all. And that'll be and then when you look at it, then y'all, that NFC North division gonna be that NFC North division gonna be something serious, man. Ben Johnson get that offensive line right for Chicago, man. That division gonna be crucial, man. Because then you're gonna have Chicago, you got the Packers, you got Minnesota, you got Detroit. Detroit ain't going nowhere. I know they don't lost their offensive coordinator, which Ben Johnson was very good. Aaron Jones was very good. I think both of those coordinators were very good coordinators, man. But I don't think that Detroit is going to take a step back like that, man, because the head coach is the leader of that team. They believe in that coach. A lot of times you take on the coaches, like attitude, personality toward the team. So Detroit gonna be there. They ain't going nowhere. They got a lot of talent on that team. Detroit ain't going nowhere. Green Bay, they gonna be there. They got a lot of young talent on their team with Jordan Love, the young receivers, Josh Jacobs at running back. You got a pretty good defense. They probably need to add a couple of guys on defense, but they're not far. Minnesota, I know with them, they're gonna have to make the decision what they're going to do as far as with Sam Darnold at the quarterback position. As y'all all know, he kind of fell off the map. He kind of fell off the clip the last two games of the season. When they played against Detroit, he looked suspect. And then when they played against the Rams in the playoffs, he started looking like the old Sam Darnold. Hey, I was wondering if he was seeing ghosts back there again. Sam Darnold was looking crazy back there, man. I'm like, man, what's going on with Sam Darnold, man? And in that game, man, I think he got sacked like 8-9 times in that game. So that was crazy anyway. But yeah, man, I think that's gonna be a real tough division, man, with Ben Johnson over there, man. Most definitely, man. That's gonna be a tough division, man. Tough division. Another division I think gonna be pretty tough too, man. That doggone NFC East, man. Now, Jalen Hurts over there with the Eagles, Jaden Daniels, what he's doing with the Commanders. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret, man. I actually don't think the Giants is that far away from being able to compete in that division, man. They got some talent on their team. They need a quarterback. Um, maybe a couple pieces on defense, but they got a pretty good defensive line. They probably need another cornerback. Um, I think they got a good young receiver, Malik Neighbors. They got a good young running back. They got a good young team, man. And I actually feel like for the Giants, man, I feel like that'll be a good fit for Shador Sanders to go to the Giants. Just my opinion. I feel like he'll be a better fit to go with the Giants. Um, I think Cam Ward probably gonna either go to probably Cleveland or if not Tennessee. But I think Cam Ward will probably be, my opinion, y'all. I think Cam Ward will probably be a little, depending on which team he go to. I think he'll probably be a little more successful early than Shador. And the reason why I say that is I feel like Shador, he doesn't really have the escape ability, so he's gonna have to go to a team that's gonna invest in the offensive line because he's more like the old school pocket quarterback. So most definitely got to invest in the offensive line for Shador Sanders. But let's get into it, y'all. I'm gonna get into with these coaching, man. The first coach I'm gonna get into, y'all, is the hot new hire, y'all, with Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll going to the Raiders, man, which I think was a great hire for the Raiders. Pete Carroll is known for turning franchises around. Even back with USC, man, when the first year he was with USC, by the second year, they was basically like a powerhouse team already within 2 years. Did the same thing with Seattle, man. He turned the team around quick. He know how to scout talent. He know how to coach guys. He know how to get the best out of guys. So I like Pete Carroll, man. He's a very good coach, man. But let's get into it, man. We're gonna talk about Pete Carroll first with the Raiders. The good old Raiders. There he is. Old Pete Carroll. Yes, sir. But all right, y'all, we're gonna get right into it, man. So Pete Carroll, he agreed to a 3-year contract to coach the Raiders with a 4th-year option, y'all. So after the 4th year, they got an option, and they said that deal that they gave him got a lot to do with his age because he's 73 years old. He's still in good shape, y'all, but he is 73 years old. So they gave him the 3-year deal with the 4th-year option. Now, Pete Carroll, he was the coach for the Seattle Seahawks from 2013 to 2023. He led them to a victory. He led them to a victory in the Super Bowl, and then he, after parting ways with the franchise last January. Now he went from being the head coach with Seattle to being an advisor. So Pete Carroll is one of 3 coaches. Now y'all listen to me now. Pete Carroll is one of 3 coaches to win an NCAA national championship, college football, and win a Super Bowl. It's only been 3 coaches to do that, to win a college football championship and win a Super Bowl, y'all. So, hey, that make him a great coach right there. That lets you know he can coach on any level. He can coach the young boys in college, or he can catch the old. He can coach the old heads and with the pros, man. He not a. That lets you know he's good. He's good with people. He's good with players. Almost like you want to call a players coach. He's good with players because he can coach college or NFL. Y'all know it's a lot of coaches out here that can great coaches on the college level, but they trash on the NFL level. Same thing. You got coaches that good in the NFL and might have a down year and then drop to the college level and don't do that good in college. So, it just depends. But when you got a guy that's successful on both levels, that lets you know that's a very good coach, man. He very good with people, like a people person. He understands players. He understands, know how to put them in positions in the game for them to be successful, to win the game. So let's go into it, y'all. Now, they say the Raiders are coming off big changes after they fired head coach Antonio Pierce and letting go general manager Tom Telesco. Now, the Raiders have hired Tampa Bay Bucks assistant general manager John. I guess you pronounce his name Spytek. John Spytek. I hope I pronounced his name right. They hired him as the new GM, y'all. So now you got your head coach with Pete Carroll, and y'all already know most of the time when you hire a head coach, most of the time they do it like a tag team. You get your head coach and you get your GM. Whether you get your head coach first, then your GM, or vice versa, you get your GM first and then your head coach. But most of the time, when you get a head coach, most of the time you get a GM too. It don't be a lot of situations where you keep one without the other. Most of the time, you end up cleaning the house. You have to get both guys. Now, Pete Carroll at 73, he is the oldest head coach in NFL history, topping Bruce Arians. When Bruce Arians, who used to be the coach for the Tampa Bay Bucks, when he was coaching them, he was 66 years old in 2019. Now, Pete Carroll has won 59% of his games, and his team have had winning records 13 out of 18 seasons. So that lets you know Pete Carroll is very consistent, man. Have a very good winning tradition. 13 out of 18 seasons, that's very good, as a coach in the NFL. Now, Pete Carroll, he got a history of rebuilding teams in both the college and NFL level, like I just told y'all. Now, within a year, Pete Carroll at USC, they became a powerhouse. In his first season with the Seahawks, he led them to he had a 79 squad and led them to a division title and a playoff victory. And he had several playoff berths in his 10-year with the Seahawks. So that lets you know, like I say, y'all see, in college, he changed that USC team. 2 years, he got them on the map. Seahawks, even though they went 79, he was able to get them guys in the playoffs, and they won a playoff game within his first year. So that lets you know this guy's legit, man. He's very good with bringing a winning tradition to your team, bringing the right type of players in the team, scouts. He always be able to find those gems, guys that you might not know about, and they fit his system and end up being good in his system. Like, look at Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman, you would have never thought Richard Sherman was going to be the type of cornerback that he was, but he fit that system what Seattle had. Richard Sherman, he wasn't the type of cornerback that travel. He not going to follow you. But that cover 3 defense that they played, he was perfect for that defense. He knew how to play it in and out. He played the hell out of it. You know what I'm saying? So he drafted Richard Sherman and put him in that system, knowing that he would be a good fit for that system. So he has a great eye for talent, y'all, and I got no doubt that he'll be able to turn the Raiders around, y'all. Now, we're gonna keep going with your boy Pete Carroll, man. And if this y'all first time to my channel, man, y'all subscribe to your boy Big Tight if y'all like my content. And double tap the screen for the likes, man. I most definitely appreciate y'all kicking it with me and listening to me. Talking about these new coaching hires, man. Tomorrow morning, I'll be back on tomorrow morning, and we're gonna do like a preview and prediction of the AFC NFC Championship game coming up tomorrow, man, which is gonna be 2 great games with the Bills playing the Chiefs and the Commanders playing the Eagles, man. Those are gonna be 2 good games, man. So I'm gonna do that in the morning. Y'all put your notification bell on. I'll probably do it somewhere around 10, 11 o'clock, somewhere in there. But yeah, y'all come back and check me out in the morning, man. We're gonna talk about that. Y'all know how we do it. But let's get it going, man. And like I was telling y'all earlier, don't be surprised if him and Russell Wilson get back together, and maybe Russell Wilson might be maybe a bridge quarterback for the Raiders until they get that young quarterback that they need. Because Russell Wilson, his best years were with Pete Carroll. And, I guess Russell Wilson thought that maybe, Pete Carroll was holding them back. But as y'all see, since Russell Wilson ain't been with Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson ain't really did nothing. When he went to the Broncos, he didn't do all that. He went to Pittsburgh this year. He did okay. But he don't look like the Russell Wilson he used to be when he was with Seattle. When he was able to scramble, make plays, good deep ball accuracy. He ain't that type of Russell Wilson no more. And think about it. That's when he was under the coaching of Pete Carroll. So that's why I say, y'all, when it comes to being a good quarterback, or having a great team, man, it's not just the players or it's not just the coaches. Everybody need each other. Just like with the defense. The pass rush need the secondary. The secondary need the pass rush. A good quarterback needs a good coach. In order for you to be a good coach, you got to have the players on your team. Every once in a while, you get coaches that be able to. I mean, well, that's the job of the coaches in a way to uplift your players, to get the best out of your players. But when it's all said and done, you can call all the plays you want to call, but it's up to the players to get out there on the field and make the plays. All you can do is call the plays and try to put them in the right position to make plays at the right time. But if the players don't go, if you call a great pass play, but the quarterback go out there and throw a fucking interception, I mean, that ain't the coach's fault. He called the right play. You just didn't read it right, or you didn't throw it to the right person. Now you made a bad decision. So it go hand in hand, y'all. You need the great coach and you need the team, man. Like some people say with the situation with Belichick and Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady, he a hell of a quarterback. You know, when he gonna be a Hall of Fame quarterback. But I don't think Tom Brady get all those championships without Bill Belichick, because Bill Belichick had to put the talent around Tom Brady in order for him to be successful. Yeah, Tom Brady had the work ethic, and he did all the stuff in the offseason, and he a great quarterback. No, I'm not knocking him. He is a great quarterback, but he also needed Bill Belichick to put the type of players around him that fit that system, because with the Patriots, they never did really have that top receiver like that, besides when they had Randy Moss. All the other years, if you peak game, they always brought the same type of players to the team. Bill Belichick always kept them with a great defense. He always had a great defense. He always had a good tight end. And if you know offenses, if you got a good tight end, that opened up your whole offense. Because and the reason why tight ends are so successful in the NFL, because most linebackers cannot cover. I'm telling y'all this. It don't matter what level you're on. It don't matter if you're high school. It don't matter if you're college. It don't matter if you're NFL. If you got a good tight end that can run, that can catch and get open, at every level, y'all don't care what level it is, that tight end gonna be successful. And it's because there's very few linebackers that are very good at covering. Most linebackers are good at getting to their space. When they drop back, if they got to get to the curl zone, bam, they hauling ass, get to the curl zone. If they got to drop to the flat, bam, they hauling ass, getting to the flats. You very seldom to see linebackers covering the tight end man to man and him being able to slow that tight end down. Most of the time, you see a linebacker on the tight end, what happened? That tight end catching the ball, you see that linebacker with his head turned, running behind him. That tight end catching that ball, getting open. So it's always a threat when you got your good pass catching tight end. And that's one thing that Belichick had. He had those guys that fit that system. And that's why I say that's what made Pete Carroll a great coach too. He always find them guys. All them years here with Seattle, he got those guys to fit that system. Those guys fit that system. They always had a good running game, always had a good defense. Quarterback was a pretty good quarterback, but you notice all them years, they always had good running game, always had solid defense, always. And when you got that, and you got a quarterback that's not really gonna turn the ball over, take care of the ball, you're gonna win games. That defense, that running game, gonna travel, especially in the playoffs. It's gonna travel, and that's one thing Pete Carroll do a great job of. That's why I think he was a great. I think as far as like when I say winners and losers, I feel like the Raiders, they won on that. That he is the perfect coach to turn the team around. He is the perfect coach. They made a great decision with that. I know Tom Brady probably had his finger in his finger in the jelly bowl with that decision. That was a great decision for them to get Pete Carroll, man. Great decision. I think he was the best person for them to try to turn that franchise around. I think Ben Johnson was the best person for Chicago, with his play calling and with Chicago. Honestly, y'all, I feel like Ben Johnson went to the best team for him, y'all. For him, I think that was the best decision for him, because he going to a team that's got a young quarterback, but you see if you get the right coaching with Caleb Williams, I believe he can be a good quarterback. But one thing you got to do is you got to protect Caleb Williams. And they talked to Ben Johnson about that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play this little the press conference with them introducing Ben Johnson, and they're gonna ask him about that offensive line because everybody know Caleb Williams was the most sacked quarterback this year. I think he was sacked like 60 sometimes or some shit. So that's ridiculous, man, for you, and especially if you're having a young rookie quarterback. That can mess all your confidence up. You get hit that many times, man. So I'm gonna play this right quick, y'all. Like I say, everybody that's listening to, man, y'all checking me out, man. Y'all most definitely, if y'all like my content, y'all subscribe to your boy, man. Y'all double tap the screen for the lights. Like I said, once again, I'll be back on in the morning, probably around about 10, 11 o'clock. I'm gonna do a breakdown, a preview and predictions on that Buffalo Chiefs game and the Commanders and the Eagles game. We're gonna talk about that, break it down, man. And yeah, I appreciate it, man. Y'all give me one second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna play this right quick. Let me share my screen with y'all. Give me 1 second. Talk to see. He gonna lay out his view for the team and how to try to fix the team. I'm gonna play this right quick, y'all. Here we go.
Further ado, I want to introduce Ben Johnson, head coach of the Chicago Bears.
Good morning. It is an honor to stand before everyone today as the head coach of the Chicago Bears. I would be remiss not to acknowledge a number of people that have helped me along the way here, starting with where I just came from. Sheila Ford Hamp and her family have been incredible for the last 6 years of my life, making Detroit and the Lions organization a great place for me and my family and raising our kids. Dan Campbell is more than just a colleague to me. He is a friend. He is a mentor. He is a man that trusted me when he didn't need to, and I will forever be in his debt and respect the heck out of him. He's an amazing person. One time someone told me he is a unicorn, and they could not be more true words than that. I appreciate Rod Wood, Mike Disner, the rest of the executives there in Detroit. They were a pleasure to work with, and it was one of the most memorable times being able to turn that franchise around. The offensive staff in Detroit. There might have been some tough nights. There might have been some tough game days, but I do appreciate your support, your understanding, and really your camaraderie at the end of the day. The players, man, this is one of the hardest things to do is to leave a group of men that you love. And I will forever be impacted by St. Brown, Goff, Ragnow. I can keep going on and on and on. One of the reasons you get into coaching is to make the people around you better. But the truth is that those group of guys, they made me a better coach and a better person. They inspired me every single day. And I love driving into work to work with those men every single day. One of the biggest pieces of the puzzle for me is my family, my wife. You've been the rock. I know it has not been easy. One of the most selfish things I've ever done is to ask you to come on this adventure. And you did it full steam ahead, no ifs, ands, or buts. And you've become a fantastic mother and such an incredible partner. This is not my journey. This is our journey. Thank you so much along the way. Rick Smith and Priority Sports, thank you for making this transition seamless for me. Things happened fast once the season ended, and you were able to provide all the necessary information to make an informed decision. Thank you for that. With that being said, I want to thank the search committee here in Chicago. It was clear to me from the beginning that the priorities were straight. There's only one way for us to have success here, and that's the right people in place. George, thank you for trusting the people that you've hired. It is perfectly clear that you're willing to provide all the resources necessary for us to build a sustained winner here in Chicago. Kevin, I appreciate your support as well. You're going to play an integral part of everything that we have going on. And Ryan, thank you so much for trusting and believing in me. What you and your staff have already built here is so enticing. This roster is absolutely loaded with talent already, and I look forward to building it with you. You and I, as we've already talked about, we're going to be in lockstep every step of the way. I cannot wait to work with you. I told this search committee that I wanted this job. And there's several reasons why I wanted this job. The first is this place. For the last 10 plus years, my family and I have been coming up for a Cubs series every summer. And it doesn't take long to realize that this place is special. These people are special. This is exactly where I wanted to raise my family, my kids. I know we're going to have so much fun living up here in Chicago. All right. Number two is this roster that Ryan's already built. It is stocked. It's loaded. Everyone wants to talk about the quarterback, and Caleb, I'm excited to work with you, but it's going to take more than just you. And there are a lot of pieces already in place. And I can't wait to get to work with the rest of you guys. And then finally, I wanted to stay in this division. I know this is the toughest division of football right now. There's 3 teams that made the playoffs this year. I've got tremendous amount of respect for the coaches and the players in this league. Having competed against them for the last 6 years. Dane Campbell, Kevin O'Connell, you're talking about 2 guys that are up for Coach of the Year awards as the season ends here. And to be quite frank with you, I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. With that being said, I do have a message here for the players. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. The bar has been set higher than it's ever been set before. The only way for this team and for you as individual players to reach your potential is to be pushed and to be challenged. And that's exactly what I and my staff plan on doing. We're going to push, we're going to challenge. And along with those high standards, there's also going to be a high level of support as well. Everybody in this building is going to be all about helping you guys out. How do you become the best versions of yourselves? That's what it's going to be about from start to finish. When you walk in, it'll be crystal clear, the communication, the structure, and the consistency, and that will never waver. Our mission starting this spring is to win and to win now. I get goosebumps right now just thinking about being the head coach of the Chicago Bears. I know exactly what this role and this responsibility requires, and I cannot wait to get to work.
All right, y'all. I just wanted to play. What up with your 336, man? Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, I know at 336. Hey, he had them packed the bags up, got their hell on instead of coaching us. Yes, sir, 336. We almost had him. But yeah, man, I think Ben Johnson gonna be I think he went to a perfect situation over there with Chicago, y'all. He already got I feel like Caleb Williams gonna be a pretty good quarterback. I think the only thing he really got to fix with that team, y'all, is the offensive line. That's all he got to fix. And with a couple of free agents and draft picks, man, you can fix that offensive line with the quickness. He already got weapons on the team. You got a very good defense. You got a good running back in Swift. They probably could get another running back, which I'm pretty sure he probably would do, because with Detroit, they had a good 1-2 punch with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. So I'm pretty sure he'll probably get another running back in the draft, which this is a deep running back draft right here, y'all. So you can get some very good running backs late in the draft, probably like 4th, 5th round, still get you a solid running back in the draft, man. Somebody be a 1-2 punch with the running back they already got, Swift. So like I say, y'all, they got a pretty good tight end with Cole McCat. I think they're a team. I think that was the perfect team for him to go to, y'all. I actually think he going to the best situation out of all the coaches, y'all, because he ain't really got that much to fix, y'all. They got weapons on the team. He just got to fix the fat boys, the offensive line. He fixed that. Hey, it's on and popping. Like I say, he is in a tough division, though, y'all. He in a tough division. And like he said, hey, you see, he rubbed it in. He rubbed it in on the Green Bay Packers coach. He said he liked beating Matt LaFleur 2 times out the year. So he kind of smushed the peanut butter and jelly sandwich in his face, y'all. He kind of smeared it all in his face, y'all. But he most definitely gonna be in a tough division, man, because all 3 of those teams are good. I think it'll be very interesting to see what Minnesota do with the situation they got going on with Sam Darnold in the offseason, and the fact that they just drafted J.J. McCarthy. Whether or not, if they're going to give Sam Darnold maybe a little short-term contract, maybe 2-3 years, and let J.J. McCarthy sit maybe a year or 2 and then let him play, or if they're going to go with the young quarterback and Sam Darnold, walk and go to another team. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they do. If it was me, the way Sam Darnold played, and the fact that you don't know what these rookie quarterbacks going to do, just because they look solid in college and they got a promising, they look like they got a promising career, man. If I got somebody else that's already doing it and I seen what they did, if it's me, and with that division, and with Ben Johnson going in the same division, he already know the teams. He was with Detroit. He done played these teams 2 times out the year. He know that division, so that's probably another reason why he stayed in that division. He know that division. He know what the team needs to win. He played. He was the offensive coordinator for Detroit. I'm pretty sure he know from being in practice going against Detroit defense. He know what they can do, what they can't do, their weaknesses are, their strengths are. So he already got the upper hand against Detroit already, because he already know that defense. He went against that defense every single day in practice. So he know what those guys can do, what they can't do, what they like to do on certain situations, passing down situations. He know all this stuff because he coached them guys every day. He know them. So like I said, he went to a great situation, y'all. I think that was a great hire for the Chicago Bears, man. Like I said, another great hire. I think the Raiders with Pete Carroll. I think that was a great hire for the Raiders. Pete Carroll known for turning teams around, getting the best out of teams. And I just want to tell y'all this right here now. His time that he was with Seattle. And one more time, man, we got a good few people checking out my show, man. If y'all like my show, y'all double tap the screen for the likes. And y'all subscribe to my channel if y'all like my channel, man. Or if you want to kick back and listen to a little bit more and make up your mind whether or not you want to subscribe, it's all good, man. I ain't pressuring y'all, but if you like my content, most definitely subscribe to my channel. I most definitely appreciate it. And once again, double tap that screen for the likes, because the likes most definitely help. It helps YouTube, press my channel a little bit more for the algorithm. So I most definitely appreciate all y'all checking me out, man. But I want to let y'all know right now with Ben Johnson, man, he's already starting to put in some of his coaching staff, y'all. He's already signing receiver Antoine Randall L. If y'all remember him, I don't know how old y'all is, but if y'all remember him, he used to be a pretty good, solid receiver with the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. He used to be a good punt return guy, good yard after catch guy. Matter of fact, right now, he is going to be the new assistant head coach and wide receiver coach on Ben Johnson's staff. Also, he is going to hire defensive back coach Al Harris. He's going to be the defensive pass game coordinator, and he's going to be the defensive back coach. So he's already starting to get his coaching staff together. And when he came in the door, y'all, when Ben Johnson came in the door, he came in the door cleaning the house. I'm talking about cleaning the house, sweeping all the dust up under the rug. He came in letting coaches go off the rip. Hey, he got rid of Thomas Brown, the interim head coach. He got rid of the offensive coordinator, Chris Beatty. He got rid of Chris Morgan, the offensive line coach, which you knew he was going to get rid of the offensive line coach after your quarterback was the most sacked quarterback in the NFL this year. You knew the offensive line coach was on the chopping block. Hey, you know, when he got hired, the offensive line coach probably was already packing his bag, telling his wife, yeah, baby, we probably going to end up having to move. You know, I ain't going to keep my job. You know, I ain't going to keep my job. Caleb Williams got sacked too many times. You know, my job is jeopardy. So we're going to go on and I'm going to go on and get that U-Haul truck ready because they're probably going to let me go when I go back to work tomorrow. And you know when they come in, you know how they do on Hard Knocks. When you're about to get ready to get cut, what they do when they come? They come and knock on the door. Knock. Hey, coach want to see. He said, bring your playbook. And that's how they did the offensive coordinator. When they knocked on his office door, hey, coach, nice to meet you, man. Yeah, I'm just coming around meeting everybody. Just want to talk to you, you know, sticking face in, you know, just going around meeting everybody. Yeah, I just wanted to say, yeah, this probably be your last time, you know, just coming in the door. You know, I want to get my own coaching staff. Plus your offensive line was horrible. But yeah, got rid of the offensive line coach. You know, he got rid of the quarterback coach, Kerry Joseph. And he also got rid of the defensive coordinator, Eric Washington. So he done got rid of pretty much all the main guys on the coaching staff. So that lets you know he clean house, man. He coming in with his own guys. He got a mission set that he gonna change that team around, man. So shout out to the Bears, man. Shout out to the Bears. I know Bears fans. I know if anybody listening on here, y'all Chicago Bears fan, I know y'all got to be feeling good about this hiring, man. I know if it was my team, I'd be happy about it. I'd be happy about the future because I feel like Ben Johnson, matter of fact, y'all, I'm going to give y'all some of the stuff when he was the offensive coordinator for Detroit. Now, this past season, y'all, while he was the offensive coordinator for Detroit, points per game for offense, they averaged 28 points per game, which was number one in the NFL. Yards per game, they averaged 395 yards per game, which was number one in the NFL. Touchdown per drive percentage, which y'all know what that is. Touchdown per drive percentage, that means, you know, how often they're scoring on each drive. They're scoring at 33%, which was number one in the NFL. Red zone touchdown percentage, which y'all know when you get in the end zone, you know, the end zone, in the red zone, as far as you know, scoring a touchdown, getting points on the board, number one at 67%. So he had that offense at number one at almost everything. So that lets you know that guy, he know what he's doing. He know how to put guys in position to be successful. He's very good play caller. He most definitely uplifted Jared Goff passing game, man. Jared Goff most definitely had a great season this year. He put great weapons on that team. He put all those guys in great position to make plays, man. So I think that was a great thing for him. Also, y'all, he also got another person on the coaching staff. I just found this out. Old Ohio State quarterback, if any of y'all Ohio State fans or y'all remember this guy, quarterback JT Barrett, that used to be quarterback for Ohio State. He was a Lions assistant QB. He is also going to be the new QB coach with the Chicago Bears with Ben Johnson, y'all. So that's one more guy he done put on the coaching staff. Let me see what else. Terry Stevens, you say the Bears' new coach, he should have been focused on the Detroit game. Commanders to the show. Hey, I will tell you this, Terry Stevens. I'm going with the Commanders to upset. I'm going with the Commanders to upset the Eagles tomorrow, man. Most definitely, man. But Terry Stevens, man, I appreciate you coming to my show, man. I hope you come back and check me out tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow, probably around about 10, 11 o'clock. I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna do like a part 2 preview and prediction show on the AFC NFC matchup game tomorrow morning. So most definitely come back through, check me out, man. And if you like my channel, if you want to kick back and listen to me for a minute before you make up your decision, anybody out there listening, man, if y'all like my content, man, y'all subscribe to my channel, double tap the screen. But most definitely, Terry, I'm going with your boy Jaden Daniels, man. Matter of fact, I got a new name for Jaden Daniels, Terry Stephen. I call him the Iron Man, Terry. I call Jaden Daniels the Iron Man. And the reason why I call him that, because you know the Iron Man, he wear that red suit. And you know, the Commanders, they wear that red suit. And I feel like Jaden Daniels, Terry, if you seen Jaden Daniels out on the street and you seen everybody running up to him and you didn't, let's just say you didn't know who the hell Jaden Daniels was. And you seen everybody running up to him, trying to get his autograph. If you seen him, you see Jaden Daniels in the press conference, your boy don't look like he no NFL quarterback. He probably look like he hoop, man. Look like he played basketball because he's tall and slim. So, and just like with Iron Man, when Iron Man ain't got on that suit, he don't look like he no damn Iron Man. He like he a damn car salesman or some shit. But when he put on that suit, and just like Jaden Daniels, man, when he put on that red uniform, put on that Commander's helmet, that red helmet, hey, Jaden Daniels turned into the Iron Man, put that team on his back, man. Jaden Daniels, man, and another reason why I'm going with the Commanders, Terry, and I'm gonna get back on topic, y'all. I just love talking about football, Terry. So sometimes I get off topic like a motherfucker. Sometimes I get off topic, man. I just love talking about sports, football, period, man. But another thing with Jaden Daniels, man, if he is able to beat the Eagles tomorrow, as y'all know, and I'm pretty sure you know, Terry, he'll be the first rookie starting quarterback to go to the Super Bowl. So I would like to see that. I know it'd be a great storyline, with him going to the Super Bowl. I know tomorrow it's going to all boil down to, Terry, it's going to all boil down to if the Commanders can slow down Saquon Barkley. That's what it's all going to boil down to. And I think that second time they played him, they did a great job. They did a great job on Saquon Barkley in the second half. I think he only had maybe 41-yard rushing in the second half when they played the second time. So, and make it so bad, Terry, they had 5 fucking turnovers in that game and was still able to win it 36-33 at the end of the game. Jaden Daniels had 2 interceptions. Brian Robinson Jr. had 2 fumbles. The other receiver, De'Ami Brown, he had a fumble. Marshawn Lattimore had a couple of pass interference calls. And they still was able to overcome all of that and squeeze them out at the end of the game. And I know y'all Eagle fans, I know y'all going to say, but Jalen Hurts went out early in the game with a concussion. Yeah, but Saquon Barkley was still playing. That defense was still playing. That defense ain't got nothing to do with Jalen Hurts playing. But just my opinion, Terry. But I most definitely appreciate you coming through, man. But let me get back into it, y'all. Now, as far as with the Bears, now, the Bears, they haven't been to the playoffs, y'all, since 2020. And they haven't had a Super Bowl appearance since 2006. So y'all know it's been, oh, yeah, he had five tutties, Terry. 5 tutties. 5 turnovers, 5 tutties. Your boy Jaden Daniels is a beast, man. I love that dude, man. He is a beast. But yeah, man, I think Ben Johnson is a great, he the perfect coach for that job, man. I think he'll be able to most definitely turn that team around, y'all. The next coach I'm going to get into, hold on, y'all. Let me get this off my screen. The next coach I'm going to get into is Aaron Glenn with the Jets, which I think that was another good hire. Give me 1 second. I think Aaron Glenn was another good hire, y'all, for the Jets. The reason why I say this, y'all, he usually, I know y'all probably know, I don't know how old y'all is, but some of y'all probably know that he used to play with the Jets and he played, cornerback for the Cowboys. He knows the Jets history. He knows their tradition. He probably bring that old, Jets tradition back. I most definitely think he'll be a good coach for that team. And he another coach, y'all, I feel like he went to a good situation. Because think about it, y'all. Before the season started, everybody knew Aaron Rodgers was coming back from the injury. But with the talent that they had on the team, Nobody didn't think the Jets weren't going to go to the playoffs. Everybody thought the Jets would be, neck and neck probably with the Buffalo Bills, in that division. Nobody didn't think the Jets season was going to turn out like this. So I feel like the Jets got a lot of talent on that team, man. And I feel like if they fix that offensive line, because they've been having problems with the offensive line for a couple of years now. And I think he's in a good situation because he don't got to do a lot for that team to make them be successful. I feel like you can get probably another good, decent a year or two out of Aaron Rodgers if you protect him. Protect him, keep him from being sacked because he can't scramble and run around, and make plays like I used to with Green Bay. But he still got a pretty good arm, which he showed you toward the end of the season. He's got some good weapons on the team with Garrett Wilson. You got Breece Hall. They got the other running back they got. I forgot the other running back they got, but they got two good running backs. You got Garrett Wilson. You got a pretty solid tight end. You got Devontae Adams. You got some good weapons on the team. You got very good defense. So I think Aaron Glenn is another one. I think both of those guys, him and Ben Johnson, by them being on the same coaching staff, I think both of those guys went to the best two positions. I mean, the best two teams, that they don't have a lot to fix, for their team to be successful. I think both of them are in great coaching situations, man. Ben Johnson with Chicago, the Jets with Aaron Glenn, both of those guys, they're not going to have to do a lot to turn these teams around, man. So I look, I'm going to be most definitely keeping an eye on what they do in the offseason as far as, because both of these guys got the same problem. Both of them need to fix the offensive lines on their teams. Both of them got pretty good defenses. Both of them got weapons on the team. They just need to fix that offensive line, man. They got to fix the fat boys. You can't do that without the fat boys. You ain't running no balls. You ain't throwing no passes. You ain't getting no touchdown without the fat boys. You got to have the fat boys to open up the hole for the running back to get a quarterback time to throw. Got to. So I like both of these. I like both of these coaches, man, with their teams. I think both of them great situations. Now let's get into it with the Jets, man. Now as far as with the Jets, with Aaron Glenn, he was the first person to interview after he had multiple meetings virtually, y'all. But he had virtually meetings with other teams. But the Jets were the first one to interview him in person, y'all. So now as Aaron Glenn, as the defensive coordinator for Detroit, man, he improved that team and had them at the second lowest completion percentage at 61.1 and the lowest passer rating against their defense at 82 in 2024. So that lets you know, even though they had a lot of injuries on that defense, y'all, they had a lot of injuries. They had a whole lot of guys on IR, man. Matter of fact, they had a total of 16 players on IR on that Detroit team this year, and the majority of them was on that defense. And for him to do the job that he did with that defense, with all those doggone injuries, man, that lets you know that is a great coaching job, because you playing a lot of those games with second and third string players. And y'all know in the NFL, just like I know, most of the time the guys are starters for a reason. Every once in a while, you get some of those guys, might be the second string or backup guy, and he a pretty good up and coming player. But most of the time, if that starter get hurt, pretty much you fucked. That starter get hurt, pretty much you fucked, because the second guy, he ain't gonna be nowhere near as good as the starter, right? So he really did a great coaching job, with those guys, to be able to get those guys to play to the ability that they were able to play with and still be able to win games. With Detroit, man, because I'm most definitely telling you, man, I was one of the guys that was saying they got too many injuries, man. They ain't gonna be able to keep winning games like that. They got too many injuries on defense, man. But hey, every week they just kept building up them W's. They kept making stops on defense. They kept being able to pressure quarterback, get Detroit offense the ball back where Detroit get the ball, they're gonna score points. So that's a great coach right there. When you able to coach players up with lesser talent, they got lesser talent, but you're able to coach them up better than they actually are. That's a great coach, man. Great coach. So I think Aaron Glenn gonna be a great coach. I think that was a great decision by the Jets to get them in there. As a matter of fact, y'all, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think the past couple of coaches for the Jets, man, been defensive minded coaches, if I'm not mistaken. Because Robert Salaya, I would pronounce his name. He was a defensive minded coach. So I'm gonna definitely look for the Jets to get back on track, man. Like I said, with him and Ben Johnson, we'll see what they do in the offseason as far as fixing the offensive line. But I'm gonna definitely think those guys went to the best situation. And like I said, once again, I feel like Pete Carroll was the perfect coach for the Raiders because Pete Carroll is known for turning franchises around. He's known for finding gems in the draft. He known for bringing talent, finding talent in the draft, getting the right free agent to the team. He known for turning teams around, even at USC. So these three top guys that I'm talking about, Ben Johnson, I think that was the perfect job for him. Aaron Glenn, I think he went to a great situation. Both of those guys don't got to do a lot for that team. They're pretty much in the same situation. They need to fix the fat boys, the offensive line. And I think the Raiders got the best coach for them as far as building that team back up, getting them back in the day when the Raiders used to be a winning franchise. I think Pete Carroll can turn them boys around and get them back like that. And y'all just think about it, y'all. With the Raiders, they out there in Vegas, man, they start being a winning team, man. Vegas already on the popping. They really gonna be on the popping if the Raiders start winning. Hey, I don't know about y'all, but hey, I was out in Vegas about 2 years ago. That doggone Raiders stadium, woo-wee, man, that thing is nice. It is blacked out. That Raiders stadium is nice out there in Vegas. But I'm telling you, I was at the MGM Grand. I could look right out the window and see the stadium. That thing was nice. And I'm telling you, if Pete Carroll turn that thing around, they start winning, Vegas going to be on it. It's already on it popping. It's going to be really on it popping if the Raiders start winning. Believe that. With the black and silver, the Raiders. Yes, sir. But yeah, let's go to the next coach, man. They got hired. We're going to go to Mike Vrabel with the Patriots. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get his picture up, y'all. Boy, Mike Vrabel, man, I think he was the best. I think he was a good coach to go to the Patriots. He another one. He knows the Patriot tradition. He played for the Patriots. I believe he'll bring winning back to the Patriots. But one thing I am going to say, as far as with Mike Vrabel going to the Patriots, I think it's going to take him a little bit longer than Ben Johnson with the Bears and Aaron Glenn with the Jets. It's going to take him a little longer with the Patriots to get that team turned around because they need a lot, man. And that's why I say I think it was messed up that they fired Gerard Mayo after 1 year because with the talent that he had on that team at the beginning of the season with the rookie quarterback, you don't really got no go-to receiver. You need a lot of stuff on defense. The man wasn't going to have a successful season. So I think with Mike Vrabel, man, anybody that's a Patriot fan, you listening, you're going to have to be patient with Vrabel. Don't look for him to come in this year and y'all, win games and, maybe have a chance to hit a wild card or something. I don't see that because they need a lot. I don't know how much money they got to spend in free agency, but, it's going to take some time, man. They need a go-to receiver. Of course, you got a young quarterback. I think he made a good move by signing Josh McDaniels for the offensive coordinator. I think Josh McDaniels is a very good offensive coordinator. I don't think he's good as a head coach. Josh McDaniels, to me, he's not a good head coach. That's why the times he don't win as head coach, he haven't been successful. But y'all notice when he's an offensive coordinator, he do good as offensive coordinator. And that's why I say some people, man, some people are coordinators, some people are head coaches, man. I feel like just because sometimes you have to know your position, man. You have to know what you are. And what I mean by that is sometimes if you're a great play caller and you're a good offensive coordinator, sometimes it takes a lot when you're a head coach because when you're a head coach, you got to be able to lead. You got to be a leader of everybody, man. You can't be just a leader of the guys, the players. You also got to be a leader and know how to talk to your coaches and lead your coaches, and you got to be able to deal with all the players and players coming to meetings late or, all kind of stuff would come to being, with being an NFL head coach, man. So, sometimes it's way easier if you just stay where you at, man, and just be the play caller. And I think Josh McDaniel, I think he'll be able to, get that offense going, man. But like I say, it's going to be very interesting to see what they do in the offseason as far as trying to bring some weapons to that team, man. Because one thing if you want your quarterback to be successful, you got to put some weapons around him. You got to, man. You got to put somebody around him to make some plays. You can't just have a bunch of average guys out there. Now, every once in a while, you might get a quarterback with generational talent where he can make the guys around him better. But even if he make the guys around him better, you got to have somebody on that team got to be a difference maker, man. Somebody, whether it's the tight end, whether it's the running back, whether it's one of your receivers, somebody on that team got to be a difference maker. Even if you just got one guy, that one guy need to be a difference maker. Where if it's third and short, it's somewhere in the game you need to make a play, you can depend on that guy to make that damn play. So now let's get into Mike Vrabel. Now, Mike Vrabel, he was first of all, y'all, like I say, y'all know he played with the Patriots. He was a linebacker for Patriots from 2001 to 2008. He won 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots. Now, he served as the Tennessee Titans head coach from 2018 to 2023 with a record of 54-45 in the regular season, and he was 2-3 in the playoffs, including he had one trip to the AFC Championship game in 2019. Now, with Vrabel, he won NFL Coach of the Year in 2021. So that lets you know Vrabel, he a good coach, man, and he has some good teams out there with Tennessee, man. With Tannehill and Derrick Henry out there, man. But like I say, you got to have your quarterback, man. He needed a quarterback out there at Tennessee, man. You got to have your quarterback. It's a quarterback-driven league. You got to have a quarterback, man. I don't care how good you're a coach. If you ain't got that quarterback, hey, it ain't gonna work. Look at Mike. Prime example. Look at Mike Tomlin with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin, everybody know he a great coach. He ain't really had no losing season. Even though y'all know he ain't really been able to get a quarterback. He been dealing with Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett. They did a little something this year with Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson ain't the same Russell Wilson that he used to be. My opinion, I think they should have rolled with Justin Fields a little bit longer. He was playing good. I think they should have kept going with the hot hand. But we'll see how that go, with that situation in the offseason with Pittsburgh, and whether they, go with the young guy with Justin Fields or they keep rolling with Russell. We'll see what they do in the offseason. But like I say, most definitely, and I'm going to get back on topic, most definitely keep an eye on that situation with Pete Carroll. He might try to get Russell Wilson, and maybe Russell Wilson might be a bridge quarterback until they get that young quarterback that they need. So y'all keep an eye on that. All right, now getting back into it. Now, Mike Vrabel, as far as his coaching history, he spent 3 seasons with Ohio State, and he spent 4 seasons coaching with the Houston Texans before he got the head coach job with the Tennessee Titans. Now, after he had consecutive losing seasons with Tennessee Titans, they end up, firing him or whatever. But Mike Vrabel, he was also inducted to the Patriots Hall of Fame in 2023. What up with you? I love Kobe, man. What up with your homie? Hey, guess what I'm looking at while I'm talking to y'all? I'm looking at this Lakers game while I'm talking to your old Kobe Bean. Looking at the old Lakers game there right now while I'm talking to y'all. Most definitely appreciate you coming back through Kobe Bean. Let me see what you say. You say the Raiders got a new GM. We losing. I see they got let me see. I got it on here. Wait a minute. Give me 1 second. Yeah, they got a new GM. And like I say, Pete Carroll, man, he the best coach for that job, for that Raiders job, man. He gonna turn that team around. Watch what I tell you. He known for doing that, man. He's known for turning teams around, man. He's known for doing it. He's the perfect coach for that job. I feel like some of these coaches, or I feel like they either in the perfect situation or they the best coach for the job. Oh, you lying, Kobe. You said the 5 years he been. Oh man, you said tomorrow. Okay. Man, you know what? I love Kobe, man. It do not seem like it been that long, man, since Kobe died, man. But you know what, man? And I'm gonna get back on topic, y'all. I'm just talking to my boy Kobe, man, because Kobe Bryant was my favorite player, man. Kobe, Kevin Garnett were my favorite two players, y'all. But man, to this day, man, it's still hard to believe. Sometimes it's still hard to believe that Kobe ain't here no more, man. Sometimes it's still hard to believe that man ain't here no more, man. That was a wild situation right there, man. But yeah, man, I didn't know it been that 5 years, man. It don't seem like it been that damn long, man. Time be going by fast, man. It be going by fast, Kobe Bryant, man. Fast, man. Wow. Man, I ain't know it been that long, man. Damn. Let me get back on track, y'all. Hey, I'm a big Kobe fan, so I didn't realize it been that damn long. Good Lord, man. But hey, y'all, I'm gonna play this little press conference by Mike Vrabel, man, when they introduced him by the Patriots, man. And anybody that's on here that's new, man, you've been listening to me, man. Y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen for the likes. The likes most definitely help YouTube push my show. If y'all not already subscribed to my channel, y'all subscribe to my channel. I most definitely appreciate it. Or like I always say, if you want to kick back, check me out for a minute and make up your mind, it's all good. But if you like what you hear, y'all subscribe to your boy Big Tight, man. I most definitely appreciate you. Hold on, y'all. Let me show my screen. Hold on. Let me get my Vrabel ass off of here. Hold on. I'm gonna play this little press conference. It's not that long, y'all, but I just wanted to play this right quick. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
Willing to meet with me through this process to give me an opportunity to potentially lead their team. But in the end, it was clear to me and to my family and my soul that this was the place that I wanted to be. And I thank Robert and I thank the Kraft family. Excited to get to work, excited to meet the people in this building that have made this place special. Find out what they need, find out how I can help them, do their job better, how we can enhance the stuff that we do well, and then find out what the areas of focus are and get to work. I want to galvanize our football team. I want to galvanize this building. I want to galvanize our fans. And the most important thing are the players. There's some of them right here. I want to provide a program that provides their ownership, but also their accountability of each other, and one that they'll be proud to be a part of and that they're going to fight for. You guys are going to ask me questions about culture, which I'll be happy to talk about and discuss. One thing I've realized about culture is that you can find out what your culture looks like when your family, your business, or your team is at its low point. It's not when you're winning Super Bowls, or it's not when you're 7-1 or 10-1, because then everybody's waving towels and everybody's happy and they're excited to come to work. But when you get hit in the mouth or you're down or the chips are against you, then you can take a snapshot of what your company or your team looks like, and then you'll find out what kind of culture you have. But that culture is going to be built on winning, a competitive spirit throughout our roster, throughout our players, and throughout our coaches and our staff, and the ability to put the team first and care about somebody other than yourself. And I'm excited to do that. I'm excited to get to work. But everything and everyone in this building is going to understand and believe that their job is critically important for our success. And it's going to be, how can I help you in order to help the players? Our players will respect and they will appreciate and they will be grateful for the opportunity that they have here and the people that work in this building. Some very familiar faces that I can't wait to reconnect and to work and figure out how we help these players and this football team. And we're going to earn the right to be here every day. We're going to remove entitlement from our football team. We're going to get everything that we've earned from the head coach to the position coaches, all the way down to the players. And we're going to earn the right to be here every single day. I always say that, I don't want to get into too many messages that'll be geared for the players, but I hold those conversations. Those are special conversations between the coaches and the players, but we want to treat every player the same way they treat the team. And we want to treat every employee the same way that they treat the team. And if they care about the team and they come here with a great attitude and a willingness to work and help the team, I've asked Robert to do everything that we can for them, to support them and their families. That's the type of environment that I want to build.
All right, hold on. Let me stop my screen, y'all. But yeah, that was just a little introduction. I didn't play the whole thing, y'all, because the whole thing would have been too damn long. I just wanted to play a little something with hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I let it I thought I had done stop my screen. My apologies, y'all. I apologize for that. But yeah, man, I think Mike Vrabel is gonna be, I think he'll be the right coach to try to get that thing turned around, man. But like I said, I think, any Patriots fans that are listening, I just think, with his situation, the situation with Pete Carroll, both of those guys, they're gonna have to give them time to get the team turned around. It's not going to be a situation where they're going to turn the team around within 1-2 years, because they got a lot of holes on the team. Especially with Pete Carroll, you most definitely got to get a quarterback. That's the first thing he got to get. You can't win in this league without a quarterback. As far as with the Patriots, I think Drake May, he showed games that he does that had the ability to be a pretty good quarterback in the NFL this year. I think Drake May gonna be all right for the Patriots. I just think they got to get him some weapons, around him where he can really show his talent, and they got to get some more weapons on defense also. So I think both of these coaches, man, there's gonna be a situation with them where it's gonna take them a little longer to build a team. So hopefully the coaches be patient with them and get them time to build a team, man. Because like I said before, when a new coach comes to a team, you are inheriting somebody else's team. And if they run a different defensive scheme than you run, they run a different offensive scheme than you run, now you got players on your team that might not fit your scheme. So especially if they're in a long-term contract where you can't get rid of them, or it's going to be too much to the salary cap to trade them or whatever, you start with that player and you got to try to figure out, how can I get this guy to fit my system if he doesn't fit your system? Prime example, y'all. If you got an offensive line that's a zone blocking scheme, and you got a running back that's better with zone blocking, running the ball behind a zone blocking offensive line, and y'all know pretty much with zone blocking, all it is you either zone blocking to the right where everybody flowing to the right blocking, or you're flowing to the left blocking. Basically, running backs love that, because basically once they get the ball, wherever they see the hole, they hit that hole. When you see it, you hit it. Whether it's on the outside, it's up the middle, it's backside, cut back to the left. Wherever you see the hole, you hit it. You read and hit it quick. You read and react quick. And, you got some running backs that's successful for that. You got other running backs that's better running, behind a power blocking offensive line. So, different schemes like that is different. If you come in and you run in a 4-3 defense, and the guys that were on the defense that played the year before that you inherited was a 3-4 defense, well, now you got a problem, because now you got to try to get guys on the team that fit your defense, which a lot of times 4-3 guys is not going to fit the 3-4. Every once in a while you get them guys, but most of the time they're not going to fit, because it's a whole different type of scheme, different type of defensive lineman that you need. So, that's why I say guys like them, you got to give them a little more time, man. But I do think Mike Vrabel, like you said, he done won Coach of the Year before, so he know what he's doing. like I said, it's a quarterback-driven league, with Tennessee. So, like I said, I think they got a good young quarterback. I think they can make moves with him, man. So we'll see what happened with that. Now, the next coach I want to get into, y'all, that got hired is the Tampa Bay coach, Liam Cohen. I guess that's how you pronounce his last name, Cohen. I'm going to put his picture up here, y'all. I'm going to talk about him a little bit. Give me 1 second. There you go right there, y'all. He was the Tampa Bay offensive coordinator, which he did a great job with Baker Mayfield this year. Like I was telling y'all at the beginning, Baker Mayfield had a year this year where last year in 2023, Baker Mayfield threw 28 touchdowns. Now this year, under him being the offensive coordinator, he almost doubled that, y'all. Baker Mayfield threw 41 touchdowns this year. So he most definitely elevated Baker Mayfield's game as far as him being the offensive coordinator. I think he'll be a really big hand in trying to get Trevor Lawrence back on track. I think Trevor Lawrence got a lot of talent, man. I think he had a down year this year. So I think, him, he's another guy coming from that Sean McVay coaching tree. And, Sean McVay, he's another young guy, got a great offensive type mind. And he comes from up under that coaching tree, y'all. So I think he'll be a good guy to team up with Trevor Lawrence to try to get him on track, y'all. So now, y'all know they had a crazy situation over there with Jacksonville, man, because, at first, a lot of coaches that were open up for head coaching jobs, they didn't want to go to Jacksonville because they didn't want to deal with the general manager. What that was all about, y'all, I didn't really look into it and get into it. I just know a lot of coaches didn't want to, be up under him. So initially he had backed out of the job for Jacksonville, and it had a lot to do with the GM. But once they fired the GM, then that's when he reconsidered. And next thing you know, hey, he was the head coach for Jacksonville. So y'all, that just go to show y'all the whole thing was it was the GM. It was the GM the whole time. Because soon as they fired him, they called him back and said, hey, hey, we don't got rid of his ass, and we don't put foot to ass. He is out the door. Hey, how about now? What we look like now? Look at me now. What you think about me now? Hey, I don't got rid of him now. Hey, come on in the door. So once they got rid of him, y'all, he pretty much reconsidered. What up with your B print, man? Yeah. They don't lost the offensive coordinator 2 years straight, B print. You are most definitely right, man. Most definitely right, man. So like I say, I think he'll be a good person to get Trevor Lawrence, try to get him back on track, man. Because I do think Trevor Lawrence got a lot of talent, man. And he most definitely got to fix the Jaguars defense, man. Their defense was not good this year. He got some talent on the offense, man. I think he got two good running backs with Tank Bigsby and Travis Etienne. I think both of those guys are pretty solid. I think he got a pretty good tight end receiver. So they got some weapons on that team to work with. I think the young receiver they got, Brian Thomas Jr., he had a great year this year for a rookie. I think he had over 1,000 yards, if I'm not mistaken. So he got some talent to work with, y'all. I think he most definitely got to get that defense right and, get a couple guys on the offense. And I think he can get Jacksonville going in the right direction, man, most definitely, because I feel like that division, besides the Houston Texans, man, that division is open, man. It's most definitely open besides, Houston Texans. So, that'll be very interesting to see what he do in the offseason as far as, trying to turn that team around, man. He another one that I feel like, the owner and Jacksonville fans, you got to be a little patient. Don't look for him to come in the first year and Jacksonville just start winning games and go to playoffs and stuff. He another one. You got to give him a little time, to get players to that team to make them better, man. You got to give him a little time. One thing he do got over Pete Carroll and over Mike Vrabel, not Mike Vrabel, Pete Carroll and who's my other corner? Well, anyway, one thing he got over Pete Carroll, I'll just say Pete Carroll.
One thing he got over him, man, he got a young proven quarterback that don't show that he can win in this league. Even though Trevor Lawrence had a down year this year, he have proven that he can win in this league. So he got something over them. And like I said, this is a quarterback-driven league. You got to have your quarterback if you want to win some games. So he got something to work with at quarterback. So they just got to be patient with him. So now the Jacksonville Jaguars, they're coming off a year where they went 14-13. I mean 14-13. I'm sorry, y'all. 4-13. They came in last place in the AFC South. And this will be their fourth head coach in 6 years, y'all. Y'all heard what I said. This is their fourth head coach in 6 years. So they ain't had no stability on that team. And that's another thing with Trevor Lawrence. He haven't had a consistent head coach. You know, it's basically like he learning a new offense every damn year. So, you know, they need to have some stability for that team. Hopefully, Liam Cohen, I guess that's how you pronounce his last name. Hopefully he could provide some stability for that team, man, because it's tough, man, especially with a young quarterback where damn near every year you learn a new damn scheme. Instead of you coming into the season, you already know the scheme. You just touching up on it, just getting better with it. So, like I say, they got to be patient with him, and we'll see how that go with that division. Now, what the next coach we got is the Cowboys. They done hired a coach, y'all. Which in the Cowboys situation, I was kind of thrown off with that. And like I told y'all before in one of my other shows, I told y'all Dion wasn't coming to no damn Cowboys. I mean, the media, ESPN, everybody just ran loose with that, man. And I know I know with ESPN and the media, you know, they got to report stuff and, you know, they got to have stuff to talk about, you know, breaking stories, all that shit, man. But sometimes you got to look at stuff and you got to see it for what it is, man. I knew Dion wasn't coming to the Cowboys, man. The thing about the Cowboys, which everybody know, it's Jerry Jones, man. Jerry Jones need to take a step back, like I said before, get you a real general manager, and you step back and be an owner and stop trying to be so involved with all the stuff that the other guy's supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? He need to just take a step back, get you a real general manager, and then you probably will get you a very good coach. But until he do that, man, you ain't gonna never really get you the coach that you really need to lead your team like you need to, man. And I know it's a lot of people. I done heard some you know, people who work for ESPN, they used to play for the Cowboys, they kind of, you know, upset with the decision of picking him because they could have got other people. But I feel like other coaches probably weren't gonna come because they ain't trying to deal with Jerry Jones, man. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. This man, the first person interviewing after the game instead of the first person supposed to be interviewing is your damn quarterback, not the damn owner. Ain't no other owner in the NFL. The first person they doing a press conference after the game. First person do the press conference after the game is either the head coach or the damn quarterback, whether you won or you lost, not the damn owner. He need to take a step back, man. He had everything, man. He had the combine. He trying to tell you who to draft. He doing everything, man. He doing too damn much, man. Go sit your ass down somewhere. Go get on the boat. Throw your rod out there in the water and go fishing, man. Let everybody else do the job. That's just my opinion, y'all. But yeah, man, the Cowboys, they signed well, he was the offensive coordinator behind Mike McCarthy. But my thing is, y'all, Mike McCarthy was the one calling the plays. So I guess you're going to have to kind of wait and see what type of offense he's going to call. Because like I say, Mike McCarthy was the one calling the plays. So I don't really know what type of offense he's going to be running. And I think that's why some people were kind of suspect with the decision of Jerry Jones picking him as the head coach. So we'll see how it go, man. We'll most definitely see how it go. I feel like they probably could have tried to get maybe Robert Saleh, as far as the head coach. I know they had certain rumors out there with the Philadelphia Eagles offensive coordinator Kellen Moore and a couple of other guys, man. But we'll see how it go, man. Brian, what's the name? Brian Schottenheimer. I guess that's how you pronounce his name, Schottenheimer. Let me see. You say B Print. You say Jared wanted somebody he can control. Yeah, that's all it is. B Print, most definitely. That's all it is. That's all it is, man. He need to go sit his butt down somewhere. Let somebody run the team. Let somebody run the team, man. He ain't gonna never get the real coaching that he need until he take a step back. Go sit your ass down somewhere. Eat some goddamn milk and cookies. What Bernie Mac say? Milk and cookies. Go sit your ass down and eat some milk and cookies. Get your ass out the way, man. Getting in the damn way. But yeah, man, I don't know a lot about this coach right here, y'all. I don't know a lot about him. I just know he was the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys. But like I say, I know Mike McCarthy was the one calling the plays, so we'll have to see what type of offense he calls. We'll see, if he can get the Cowboys turned around, going into the right direction. We'll see what he can do as far as with Dak Prescott. I think with Mike McCarthy, man, I think they kind of gave him a bad rap. Like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, this is a quarterback-driven league. You cannot win without your quarterback. Dak Prescott was not playing, was hurt most of the season. Mike McCarthy is going to be hard for you to win without your quarterback. He had a lot of guys go out hurt on defense. He had a lot of injuries on that team, man. So the guy can only do so much, man. I think they most definitely going to have to get another receiver to help out CeeDee Lamb, because pretty much CeeDee Lamb is somebody, if a team or defense locks in on him and double team him, it pretty much kind of puts a hole on their offense because they don't really have another dependable receiver after CeeDee Lamb. I think the tight end, he's pretty consistent, Ferguson, but they most definitely need another consistent receiver to go with CeeDee Lamb, man, because once defenses start keying on him, even though he do a hell of a job, y'all, don't get me wrong, CeeDee Lamb, he be balling. He do a hell of a job. But when defenses key on him and take him away, it's pretty much a done deal with their passing game, man. So we'll see what they do this offseason to try to bring somebody else to help CeeDee Lamb in that passing game, man. But like I say, with Mike McCarthy, man, they had a lot of injuries on that team, man. I know it's rumors now going around that he might, be looking at the New Orleans Saints job. So we'll see what Mike McCarthy, if he, where he end up going or whatever. But I think, he kind of got a bad rap with the Cowboys because he had a lot of guys hurt, quarterback hurt. So, it wasn't like you're going to get a lot out of him in that situation. So we'll see what this new guy do. Like I said, I don't know a lot about him, but we'll see what he do in his situation. But once again, y'all new to my channel, y'all like my content, y'all subscribe to your boy Big Type, man. I most definitely appreciate y'all coming through. Double tap the screen for the likes, because it most definitely help, YouTube with pushing my show, man. We'll get those likes up. I'm going to put the link in the chat, man. Anybody want to come up here and holler at me, man? If any one of these teams is your team you like, if you want to talk about how you feel about your new coach on your team, or if you just want to come up here and holler at me and talk some football, I don't give a shit. Just if you want to come up here, holler at me, man. Like I say, if y'all already subscribed to my channel, man, y'all keep your notification bell on. I will be back on in the morning, probably about 10, 11 o'clock. And I'm gonna do a little like preview prediction thing on this AFC NFC championship game tomorrow. As far as keys to the game, I give y'all an injury update as far as what's going on with Jalen Hurts, cornerback, Quinyon Mitchell, the cornerback for the Eagles. Give y'all kind of updates on some of these injuries, man. So, yeah, we're going to do that in the morning, man. We're going to check that out, man. And I'm going to give y'all who I think going to go to the Super Bowl, which I'm going to tell y'all now. I'm going with your boy Josh Allen to finally get over the hump and beat your boy Patrick Mahomes. I know y'all Kansas City fans don't want to hear that, but I'm going to say it any damn way. I'm going to say it anyway. I think this is the best year for Josh Allen. This is the best chance, man. Hey, if you don't beat Kansas City this year, you best believe they're gonna load up in the offseason. Whatever their weakness is, because Patrick Mahomes done got sacked a little bit more than what he normally do. The offense haven't been as explosive as it normally is. You best believe Andy Reid gonna load the team. He gonna whatever their weakness is, he most definitely gonna fix it in the offseason. They star receiver Rashee Rice, he'll be back next year coming off an injury. Kansas City gonna be right back there, man. That defense they got, that defense ain't going nowhere. Defense gonna get better. It'll be another year together. So if you're gonna beat Kansas City, this is the best year to try to beat them, man. So we're gonna break all that down tomorrow. We're gonna talk about whether or not if Jaden Daniels can pull off an upset, beat the Eagles. We're gonna talk about all that in the morning, man. We're gonna talk about all of it, get up into detail. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, told y'all, man. I told y'all Dion wasn't coming to no damn Cowboys, man. Dion, he probably is, like everybody was saying, he was good friends with Jerry Jones, and everybody started rumoring about if he do come to the Cowboys, would the Cowboys trade all the way up and try to get Dion Sanders? Man, I was like, man, come on, man. They ain't doing all that, man. It's not doing all that, man. Dion already said he don't want to cut you. He already said before. He like coaching the young guys. He like coaching the young boys. He don't want to come to the NFL. He been said that. And why would he come to the NFL anyway? NFL coaches, they don't really have the coaching stability anyway, y'all. Unless you already got winning going on, or like I said, once again, it's a quarterback-driven league. If you got a quarterback, you got a chance in this league. If you ain't got no quarterback, it's a wrap. You ain't got no quarterback. You ain't winning no games. You got to have a quarterback. But I just think Dion, man, he doing something big out there in Colorado, man. I really would have thought it would have been a big mistake if he would have left Colorado and came to the Cowboys. He have turned that team around in 2 years. In 2 years, that team went 9-4, went to a bowl game. This man got celebrities, everybody coming to the game. Before Dion came to Colorado, wasn't nobody thinking about no damn Colorado. Wasn't no top recruits talking about going to no Colorado. Dion just changed the whole game, man. He got stability out there in Colorado. That man probably can eat free in whatever restaurant out there, get free shoes, free clothes, free everything out there in Colorado. That man damn near the president out there in Colorado, man. Why you gonna leave all that to come to the Cowboys? And if for some reason you don't have a good year your first year, the second year you don't have a good year, what they gonna do? They gonna let your ass go. Then you're in a situation where you had some good in Colorado. Now you're in a situation where now you're looking for a job again. Man, forget all that. I got stability over here. I'm doing good over here. Hey, they taking care of me. Hey, getting what I want, getting the players I want. Hey, I'm staying over here, man. I guarantee y'all, Dion stay at Colorado. I guarantee you, probably, if not this year coming up, I say within 1 to 2 years, Colorado will be in the 12-team playoff. I ain't got no doubt. With the talent he bringing to that team, the recruits he got coming in, it's only going to be a matter of time before that team be in the playoffs. I guarantee y'all that, man. It's going to be a matter of time before they be a powerhouse, man. I guarantee, I ain't got no doubt Dion ain't going to eventually have that team being a powerhouse, man. You already see it with the people he got coming in. So I think that was a great decision by him. Maybe he might have entertained it for a little bit, man, but when it was all said and done, I think that was a great decision for him to stay your butt in college, man, where you got stability. Because, in college, man, those college coaches, you probably can have like 4 or 5 bad seasons and still have your job. When they fire those coaches in college, they done had like several losing seasons. They give you the opportunity to try to get you, recruits in there, try to get the team turned around. They give you time to do that. NFL, they ain't giving you that time like that. They cutting guys loose after 1-2 years. They cutting your ass loose. 1-2 years you ain't won. They don't give a shit if you got a court. Look at Gerard Mayo. They don't give a shit that man ain't have no weapons on offense. He ain't really have shit on defense. They cut that man loose after 1 year. No, damn well they weren't winning no games in that division with that damn team they had. Come on, man. So that wasn't his damn fault, man. A coach is only, I'm gonna tell y'all, like I told y'all before, a coach is only as good as the players he got on the team. And the players on the team is only as good as the coach. And the reason why I say they work hand with hand, the coach got to put you in position for you to be successful. The coach can call all the plays he have. He can have a playbook full of great plays. I'm talking about great plays. But if he ain't got the players on the team to execute the plays to make it happen, he can have all the plays in the world. But if he ain't got the players, that shit ain't gonna work. It is not gonna work if you ain't got the players or you ain't got the talent of the team to make it work, man. It's not going to work, man. But shoot, man, I'm gonna definitely appreciate everybody coming through, checking me out, man. Those are my opinions and everything that I found, information I found, y'all, on the new coaching hires on the NFL, man. The guys I felt like that were winners, and I go through them again. I felt like Ben Johnson was one of the winners because I feel like he can go into a great situation with Chicago. All he got to do is, make a couple of fixes to the offensive line. I think Aaron Glenn. I think he is another one that went to a good situation. I feel like he's a winner. Going to the Jets don't need a lot to turn that franchise around. I think they need to work on the offensive line also. Who else? I think the Raiders. I feel like they are winners as far as with the new coaching hires because I feel like Pete Carroll is known for turning teams around. He's known for being able to draft talent, get the best out of players. So I feel like those three guys are winners. Also, Mike Vrabel. I feel like with the Patriots, they're gonna have to be a little patient with Mike Vrabel because it's gonna take a little time to turn that team around. The other coach with Tampa. I mean, not with Tampa. Tampa Bay offensive coordinator going to the Jaguars. Leon, what's his name? Leon. No, his name Liam Cohen. I think, with them, they got to be a little patient with him, man. You got to get some players in there. He do got something to work with as far as with having Trevor Lawrence, but they got to be a little patient with him. So, but my big winners in this coaching hires, Ben Johnson going to the Bears, Aaron Glenn going to the Jets, and the Las Vegas Raiders for hiring Pete Carroll. I think those are the winners for me, man. I think the losers is the Cowboys. And the reason why I say, yes, sir, Dre, they most definitely won, man. I feel like they are winners as far as with the coaching hires. Ben Johnson, I feel like he was the hottest name out there. I felt like Ben Johnson went to a great situation for himself because the Bears, they got talent on the team. All they need to do is fix the offensive line. Caleb Williams was the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. They fixed the fat boys, give them some time. Ben Johnson most definitely elevated Jared Goff's game with Detroit. I feel like Caleb Williams got some talent. I feel like he can uplift Caleb Williams. They get the fat boys on the line to block for him. I feel like they got plenty of weapons around them for him to be successful. You got a great defense. They got a good running back in Swift. I feel like they get another running back to go with them so they can have that 1-2 punch. I feel like the Bears won. We're getting Ben Johnson. All those guys, they won. They most definitely won. I feel like as far as anybody that lost, I feel like it's the Cowboys. And the reason why I say that, first of all, because Jerry Jones won't take a step back and sit his ass down, get him a real general manager, and then you can get you a good damn coach. I think the coach that they hired, I think, that's just somebody else that he can control and he can still, do what he want to do as far as being all involved in everything, which he the owner. Can't nobody stop him from doing it. But I feel like he do too much, and I feel like, certain coaches ain't going to go coach for the Cowboys because they ain't trying to deal with that. So I feel like the Cowboys losers in that situation, man, because Mike McCarthy, he was the offensive coordinator, don't get me wrong, but think about it. Mike McCarthy was the one who was calling the plays. Mike McCarthy was the one over there with the clipboard in his hand calling the plays, not this guy right here. So we'll have to see what type of offense he calls because he wasn't calling no damn plays, y'all. Mike McCarthy was the one calling the plays. But, yeah, that's just my opinion on that, y'all. And couple things I learned. And like I said, I will be back on in the morning and do a breakdown, preview and predictions of the NFC AFC game in the morning. So y'all keep your notification bell on. Like I said, I'll probably be on somewhere between 10 and 11 o'clock in the morning. If y'all been listening to my channel, man, like once again, y'all subscribe to your boy Big Tight, man. I most definitely appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all double tap the screen for the likes. I most definitely appreciate that. The likes help my show, help YouTube try to push my show algorithm and stuff with the likes. So I most definitely appreciate that, y'all. I'm about to get ready to get up out of here. I appreciate all y'all coming through, man. Dre Day, B Print, most definitely, man. Y'all go over there and check out my boy B Print, man. B Print Plays. He got some good music over there, good Southern soul music, man. Y'all go over there and check out my boy B Print. Check out his channel over there, man. I love Kobe Bryant. Appreciate you coming through, man. Everybody else that came through, left a comment, or who was just sitting back chilling, listening to my show. Terry Stevens, all y'all, man. I appreciate all y'all coming through. 336 Boston. All y'all, man. So I'm about to get ready to get up out of here, man. Y'all enjoy your day. Y'all be safe out there. And I'm gonna see y'all in the morning, man. We're gonna break this game down, man. See if Josh Allen can get over the hump and beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Because y'all know he beat him in the regular season, but Patrick Mahomes be whooping his ass in the playoffs. So we'll see. We'll talk about that and discuss that tomorrow, man. And we'll also talk about and discuss if your boy Jaden Daniels can pull off another upset and clip the Eagles' wings and send them boys home. But we about to get ready to get out of here. Let me see you say Kobe Bryant before I get out of here. You said, but I'll be back. I'm going to make it a song. Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you, Kobe. I got you, man. Yes, sir. I appreciate you coming back through, Kobe. Most definitely, man. I'm about to get ready to get up out of here. And I'll holler at y'all in the morning, man. Like I say, keep your notification bell on and y'all come back through tomorrow. We're going to break these games down tomorrow morning, man. Y'all enjoy y'all night. Y'all be safe out there, man. And if y'all ain't watching this Laker game, man, y'all get on ESPN and watch this Laker Golden State game, man. They got a good game going on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Kobe. I'm most definitely good. You do good yourself, man. Be safe out there, man. And I'll holler at y'all in the morning, man. Y'all be safe.